I'm a solo showdown main with more than 6 years of experience with Brawl Stars and over 10,000 showdown wins, and today I'll tell you a guide for every single rare brawler that's in the game. So watch this video until the end to know which build you should play and why, if the brawler is good or not, and for some additional tips and tricks. Now you can like, subscribe and comment because I share with you the important information you need to know. And I'm starting this guide with Shelly. Yeah, I know she's not a rare brawler, but I cannot make a video with just one starting brawler, and rare is the closest rarity to starting in my opinion, so I'm just gonna put her in this list. In Solo Showdown you should always play the Clay Pigeons gadget because it's just better, and then Band-Aid star power because it's much more important to stay alive, then kill a brawler more easily with the Shell Shock star power. The best gears generally are damage and shield, but more on that later. Now I'll just show you some clips of me playing that brawler, so you don't just watch how each one of them looks, because you just know that. Also keep in mind that this is a solo showdown guide, not a general guide or 3v3 guide, so in 3v3 it might be different. If you'd like a 3v3 guide in the future, you can write me that in the comments. So Shelly is a great counter to most common brawlers that you face in Solo Showdown like tanks and assassins, and you can easily kill them with your super. Closed maps are the best for her because that's the place you're gonna face the most tanks and assassins. Bushy ones are also very good, but there you should consider buying speed gear if you are gonna play her a lot in bushy maps. And if you end up playing her on some open maps, gadget cooldown might be also worth considering, but it's not a necessity because you don't want to play her on very open maps. And her gadget is really good for easy supercharge. Her super is just one of the most powerful things with Shelly and also with Brawl Stars, so you shouldn't oversave it and just use it, because you can get one fairly quickly. And also it's much better to use her super than to die. Now we have the first real rare brawler, Nita. For her, I'd recommend the Fox Fur gadget because it's a great combination with Bear With Me star power, which sometimes can save you from dying. The other combination, so Bear Paws and Hyper Bear, is also not that bad, but most of the times it's just personal preference. Then damage and shield are the best gears overall. If you have a lot of power cubes with Nita, her bear is very OP. But if you don't, it's also a good punching bag. Keep in mind that Nita is a tank counter, so you can just place your bear in front of you and chase someone. With the Bear With Me star power, you'll also heal your bear that's in front of you, so it'll be even harder for the enemy to even get the bear down. Because of that, more closed maps are better for her, but not too bushy. The first ranged brawler on this list is Colt. Slick Boots is going to be the better star power overall. And if you're not playing some random community maps, Speed Loader is easily going to be the better gadget for more burst damage. For gears, reload and shield work the best for him. Make sure to play Colt on very open maps. You can also consider buying the Magnum special star power if you can hit your shots on longer distances. The only problem with Colt is the skill cap. It's very tricky to hit your shots. Opponents sometimes don't help with their dodging. The only thing that works is practice, practice and practice. Also try to move the direction your opponent is walking to hit the most bullets. Watch out for his shots as well. But if you learn how to play him, he's a beast everywhere. Now get into the first tank, Bull. T-Bone Injector gadget and Stuff Guy star power help with his survivability, which we need in Showdown. Health and damage are the best gears for him, but if you know that you have problems with surviving, you can also consider Sheath gear. Maybe it's just my personal preference that I really like the health gear. Because he's a tank and deals a lot of burst damage, close and bushy maps will be the best for him. Prepare for being a punching bag for some longer range brawlers. But when they'll deal enough damage to you, you can easily get close to them with your super thanks to the tank trait. You also don't need a Stomper gadget because his super got reworked in the latest update. Also keep in mind that your super can reset enemies' attacks, so if you get for example to close fight against a Frank and he uses his super, you can easily reset the animation with your super. Halfway through the rare brawlers we have Brock. Rocket Laces is the better gadget overall because of survivability, and you can even do the same thing as with the other one, get through a wall. Star power Rocket number 4 is better for more quick damage. As with Colt, use reload and shield. With Brock, his gadget is one of the most important things you can have. It's very versatile. You can dodge shots, knock back enemies that are close to you, jump over obstacles, or just more things with just one green button. So be careful with using it, but don't oversave it, because it might sometimes cost you your trophies. The only problem is that it's very easy to dodge his shots at mid-range. If the opponent is at the tip of your attack, it's almost impossible to dodge thanks to the little explosion. That suggests that open maps are the best for him. Also a little bonus trick, if an enemy is standing right behind a wall that's just one tile wide, just shoot at the wall with your attack and again, thanks to the explosion, you will hit him. And now, El Primo! The Suplex supplement gadget is definitely better because it's very versatile. Then I really like Melee Rush to chase opponents more easily, but I know that most people say that El Fuego, I don't know,
Fuego
is better overall. So I guess it depends on your ability to hit your supers. Health and damage should be the best gears for him, but you can also consider playing shield. Now back to the versatility of the gadget.
It's rewind time.
You can throw your opponents, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is. You can cancel attacks, easily scan bushes like that. Just spam the button when they're in a bush, and then when someone appears, they'll be thrown almost instantly. And when you wanna kill someone, you can just do attack, gadget, attack, super, attack combination, and your enemy sometimes cannot even touch you. Just make sure you don't knock back the enemy too far away or throw them behind a wall. Because he's a tank, close maps are the best, but not the bushy ones, because he cannot deal quick damage. The strategy with his gadget might solve that issue a little bit, but the wait time between using the gadget is not your friend. It might seem like his gadget is just broken until you realize you need to be in the enemy's face to even use it. Fortunately, he has a tank trait, so the opponent will eventually charge your super. Our only rare thrower is Barley. His sticky syrup mixer is definitely the better gadget because it's much easier to kill someone. The star power is a bit harder and I'd say a personal preference. But if I had to choose, I'd say that medical use is the better on open maps because generally there are brawlers who don't have much HP and will be outranging you. Extra nauseous is the better on close maps, so the better one overall because playing a thrower on open maps is not a good idea. For gears, just damage and shield. No, shield and damage. You know. As I already said, close maps are the best for him. The problem are tanks and assassins. But if it's just a typical early main, you can easily kill him with your gadget. When someone jumps you or just somehow gets close to you, use your gadget and all of your ammo. If you have your super, you can use it as well. I like to use it just on brawlers with more HP, but it's better to use your super than to die. And when the enemy is almost stuck thanks to the gadget, your shots will hit 2 times, so it'll deal massive damage. And walk preferably behind a corner or in a circle around some wall, because that's the way the enemy will stay on your gadget longer and you can use more shots on him. If there's no wall, just walk in a straight line so he cannot reach you. After the only rare thrower comes the only rare healer or support, however you want, Poco. Use the tuning for gadget for better survivability and Screech and Solo star power because you have no teammates, so no one to heal with Da Capo. And for gears, nothing changes, just use shield and damage. Because he is a support, you need some allies to get the most value. But because it's Solo Showdown, you are not gonna get good value with him. He likes a lot of damage, opening chests with him is a horror. And when someone jumps you, you are most likely gonna die. But if you wanna play him there, just avoid bushy maps. Open maps are good if you know how to dodge shots. And on close maps, you're gonna have a hard time dealing with tanks and assassins. If you need to defeat someone, make sure you don't waste anything. Keep in mind that your super also does damage. Don't forget to use your gadget and use the exact amount of attacks you need for a super. Then use your super, you're most likely gonna need the HP, but if you don't, just deal damage with the star power and then use the rest of your attacks. And the last rare brawler is Rosa. Unfriendly Bush's gadget is better for easier kills. Then, Thorny Glove's star power is better overall, but Plant Life is for the campers out there or just in maps where there's a large bush in the middle. For gears, damage, and my favorite, health. With Rosa, the map is a bit more complicated. She's good on closed maps, that's for sure. But her gadget gives you a lot of value and there are a lot of bushes on the map. But you don't wanna face a lot of Shellys in the big bush on Cave and Turn. Instead, a map with lots of small bushes is good. You can easily surprise someone with your gadget. Fantastico! You might also struggle with tanks, but don't forget to use your super. Firstly, your damage increases massively, and secondly, it's much harder to kill you. The best thing is that you can charge your super while the previous one is still activated, so it might be a good idea to use it before your attacks. Maybe you've noticed that I've not talked about hypercharges at all. That's because you can just choose if you want to buy the hypercharge or not. And I'd say that you don't need them for a Solo Showdown because it's not very likely you'll get one. I like upgrading my brawlers to power 10 to get all the gears. I just upgrade a brawler to power 11 when I have a hypercharge for them, or I want to play them in ranked. Also, I like to say that this is just my opinion and preferences. If you disagree with me or something feels off, it's completely fine and you don't have to do everything I said. You can let me know in the comments what you don't disagree with and maybe I can change my opinion. So that's gonna be everything for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like here, and if you wanna see more videos like that, subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Bye.